Mother Nature has been playing a game of survival of the fittest for quite some time now. Extinctions are like the ultimate game over, and unfortunately, they've happened quite frequently throughout the history of our planet. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why do these extinctions happen? What's the cause? And boy, oh boy, scientists have been trying to crack that code for a while now. It's like trying to figure out why my plant keeps dying. There could be so many reasons. Let's take, for example, the extinction of many species of megafauna near the onset of the Holocene. Some scientists believe that a wild climate shift caused radical habitat alterations. Kind of like when you go outside in shorts and a t-shirt and then a thunderstorm hits. Talk about a climate shift. Other experts believe that human intervention was the cause. Maybe we overhunted or destroyed habitats. It's like when you're playing a game of Jenga and you pull out one too many pieces and everything comes crashing down. But here's the kicker. Maybe the problem was that we humans, and any animals we brought with us, unknowingly acted as pathogen carriers, spreading new diseases to animals that didn't have pre-existing immunities. Kind of like when you're feeling a little under the weather, but you still go to work and end up getting everyone else sick. Oops. The saiga antelope had a rough go of things recently. They went from being one of the coolest-looking antelopes around, seriously, have you seen them? To nearly extinct in just a few short years. At first, it looked like poaching was to blame. I mean, who wouldn't want to get their hands on a saiga antelope? They're like the supermodels of the animal kingdom. But it turns out that the real culprit was much smaller than any poacher's gun. It was a parasite that causes pasteurellosis. And let me tell you, that's not a fun thing to say 5 times fast. Now here's the kicker. The antelope struck down by the infection were likely malnourished. It's like when you get a cold after a week of eating nothing but junk food and soda. Your immune system just can't handle it anymore. And the poor saiga antelope had it even worse because they had just gone through a colder-than-average winter and a warmer-than-average spring. I mean, talk about not catching a break. Some scientists are even saying that we're in the midst of the planet's 6th mass extinction event. That's right, folks. Not just any old extinction, but a mass extinction. And who's to blame? Well, us, apparently. Now I know what you're thinking, but I recycle. I turn off the lights when I leave the room. I even use a bamboo toothbrush. And hey, that's great. But the truth is, even small changes to the planet's ecosystem can have disastrous consequences. Think of it like a game of Jenga. You know, that game where you stack wooden blocks on top of each other until someone inevitably knocks them over and everyone screams? That's what we're doing to the planet's delicate ecosystem. We're pulling out blocks left and right, and the whole thing could come crashing down at any moment. Yikes! It sounds like the planet is in quite the predicament. I mean, I always knew humans could be a bit messy, but hearing about all of these hazards can make anyone's head spin. From landfills filled with garbage to pollution that contaminates our water and soil, it seems like we've created a mess that's tough to clean up. And don't get me started on all the oil spills and pesticides. It's no wonder that animals and plants are having a tough time trying to survive. Even our buildings pose a threat to the creatures we share the planet with. Can you imagine being a bird trying to navigate through a city? It's like playing a video game, but with a lot higher stakes. And let's not forget about the impact of global warming, which affects everything from the ocean to the land. With all of these dangers lurking around every corner, it's no wonder that so many species are struggling. It's kind of crazy to think about, isn't it? We've done so much damage to the planet that we're actually capable of causing something on the same level as an asteroid impact. From polluting the air, water, and soil to destroying habitats and wiping out entire species, we're not exactly doing Mother Nature any favors. Thanks for watching. We've talked about some heavy topics today, from the various causes of extinction events throughout history to the ways in which humans are contributing to a potential 6th mass extinction. But don't despair just yet. It's not all doom and gloom. There are actions we can take to help mitigate the damage and protect the planet's biodiversity. From reducing our use of single-use plastics to supporting sustainable agriculture practices and conservation efforts, every little bit helps. So let's work together to be the change we want to see in the world and make sure we're not the asteroid that triggers the next mass extinction. Remember to like and subscribe for more interesting and informative content.